Hey guys, so you're probably asking yourself, Richard, why are you in the same shirt? I'm shooting a lot of these videos in the same day for the acoustic dealie, and I wanted to show this is going to be the second guitar I'm working on, and I got it for $49 in total. So this is a JBP, which stands for JB Player, made in China. Not bad. It's got the little dots here. These we will get rid of the last 3 stickers, because if you leave just a couple of these stickers on, people think you replace tuners and they think all kinds of bad things. So we make them look all the same, and it's all good. Super duper dusty. Super dusty. More dust. It's just a little auditorium size acoustic. Actually plays really well. The only issue I found, 12th fret high E, fretting out. So that's something we can address. Not really many scratches. There's little tiny bits here and there. You know, as discussed in the other video, JB Player, they're based out of Charleston, South Carolina, but they're an importer of instruments. So, but yeah, this is a step, an ever so slightly step above your crappy base model Chinese acoustic, so it's not bad at all. But this is going to be the second one we're going to work on this week, so let's get to the video of taking this apart and cleaning it, and probably filing down the frets. We may even ramp the whole thing down a little bit. I'll see what it needs once I get it home.
Alright, so here's a quick overview of the guitar. The bridge is in really good shape. Saddle's good, the pick guard's good. You can tell the body has a little bit more of a curve to it, because it's that auditorium style, a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to play if you're playing with an orchestra or something like that. See the truss adjustment in the brace there, just like it should be. Nice bound fretboard. Whole thing actually looks pretty good, other than being super dusty, of course. There were a few marks on the bottom, but those actually just buffed right off as I was cleaning it later on. So the first thing I'm going to address while I have the old strings on is taking care of this dead fret. You can hear it fretting out. So using my triangle file, I'm going to take some of that fret down and just ever so slightly see if we can get away with just working this one fret instead of all of them. It's a little bit better, but always check the next few frets up to make sure we haven't lowered it too much, because if you're lowering the fret in front of a dead fret, what ends up happening is you lower too much, and then it causes the next fret to be a dead fret. So check it again. Still not there. A little bit more. And there we go. Working like it should.
No more fretting out. We may have to readdress it though when we put the new strings on.
Now we're taking the strings off, investigating the fretboard. No cracks or anything to be worried about. Everything looking really good. Check out how deep the channels were cut in the nut though. I thought that was insane. I would guess they did that at the factory. Didn't reshape the nut just because it saved time. Pulling our bridge pins, and I noticed something about the bridge.
Alright, this is the yet another guitar with no shims, surprisingly. But look at this. Look how torn up these are. Somebody put in bridge pins that were way too big, or maybe tried to scrape them out with something, but these are a little bit jacked. Probably clean those up.
All right. Now we're just doing our usual cleaning, and like I said, those extraneous marks kind of buffed right off, so that was nice. And really, this guitar and the Yamaha, which we're also doing in this episode, are the ones that needed the least amount of work, and that's why I decided to put them together. See all that dust coming off? So dusty. I always like to demonstrate the difference in an oiled and non-oiled fretboard. You can really see it there. All that's done. Got the oil off the bridge and the fretboard, and now we are putting the strings on. Before we go the Yamaha, let's do some math.
Alright guys, we're getting into acoustic week here, and I wanted to show you sort of the breakdown of what all we have going on, so I made this little chart. So the Epiphone, the one that we just did, the DR100, okay, I paid $45.71 for it, so that's my cost. The only thing I had to do, other than the work, and I'm not counting work as, we're not counting time and work as money, because you can't do that when you're a home seller. You'll always lose money on time. So my investment was $3.33 because I buy my strings for 3 for $10 most of the time. So $3.33 repeating forever, so $3.34 sort of. But anyway, $3.33. Now my projected cost, which I've done for all these except for one, and I'll explain why in a second, was 60 to 80 bucks. Okay, I actually sold it for 70. So that netted me a profit of $20.96. For this first guitar. When we get home, we're going to be working on the JB player tonight, which is a really good playing guitar. Now this one, see how much I paid for that? $74.89. That Daisy Rock. It's a very interesting acoustic. We'll show you that one. That'll be the third video. I'm not super worried about how high that is. That was more money than I wanted to pay, but I'll show you why I'm not super worried about that. So we have 7 guitars here. Varying prices, but all sort of in the similar halfway to $100 mark, except for the Daisy Rock, obviously. And let's do a little quick math. So those 7 guitars, they owe me $380.03. So we divide that by 7. Each guitar owes me $54.33. Right? So if I could sell each one for $54.33, I'd break even, which is entirely feasible. So that's why I'm not too worried about paying 70 something for that one particular guitar. But this will get a little bit better, and plus remember we have to account for our investment, so I'm going to show you how that works. So we have 380.3 that we're into it for when we started. Now we just sold the Epiphone for 70, so 310.3, right? Well, wrong. We have to take out the string investment that we put into the Epiphone, so we can subtract what we paid for the Epiphone plus the profit, which is minus the investment. So that would be 66.6 repeating. So we would be left basically with 313.64. Okay, so now these guitars only owe us this much money. So how much is that per guitar? So let's do.
All right, the math was getting a little long-winded, but you get the point. On to the Yamaha now. Now this guitar, especially the front, was in phenomenal shape. Surprisingly. Of course, here's our dust again, our best friend, the dust. But this is an F-325, which is, from what a friend in a music store told me, is one of the best-selling guitars right now, low-budget guitars, that goes through his music store. And I would imagine that's probably reflected all over the country. These seem to be good guitars. Everything seems to be in good working order. There's a little bit of a lacquer crack right there, nothing big. Some little things that are going to rub off. Some bigger marks on it too. These strings were already very, very loose and shipping and really bad, so I didn't bother to tune it up and play it for you. beforehand. I just cut the strings off. And again, a third guitar with no shim. Very strange. There's Lucy, the string monster. Just want to let you guys know she's still around, still eating our strings. So much dust. How do you guys feel about the little Flourish Yamaha logo? I kind of miss their old tuning fork looking logo. And of course, here we go. Speed cleaning the fretboard as per the usual. This one came out really nice. And if it's not obvious in the videos, people always ask, you know, what do you clean guitars with? And for the most part, ammonia-free Windex. You can go back with some actual guitar polish later on if you feel it's necessary. Thought that was a cool shot. You could see the serial number and where Yamaha puts it up on the brace. Alright, another dry fretboard. If you get a guitar from Goodwill, the fretboard is going to be either gross, dry, or both. There you can see oiled versus non-oiled. Oil your fretboards, folks. And I did have to shave the bridge a little bit, just like we did with the Epiphone. So we did that. And look how nice that bridge looks. Nice and oiled. Putting the saddle back in. And putting some strings on. Yeah, I got close to the bridge. I wanted you to see the difference between that and the JB player. And also, when I wind my strings, I start with the big one and I put my hand in between the string and the fretboard up near the nut, and that usually gives me about 3 solid winds. And then as I go to higher gauge strings, I'll usually just use a little bit less width per time. Keep it consistent.
Alright guys, sorry the footage is so dark, but it's the end of the work day. I'm out on my porch. I figured I'd come finish this video. This is the JB player. The Yamaha actually sold today. While I was at work, the Yamaha sold. It's pretty cool. $70. So, you know, we'll do the math breakdown in the next video where that puts us. This is the best playing guitar so far, though. This little JB player, I'm surprised. Yeah, it plays really, really well. It has a nice sound to it. It's an auditorium-sized guitar. It's an auditorium-sized guitar, so it's a little smaller. And I'm pretty stoked on it. I would keep this thing for a bonfire guitar, like to have around the fire if I were to just keep it. You know, something I wouldn't mind getting that smoke smell. Yeah, it came out really nice and clean. Yep. So pretty stoked. So thanks guys for watching, and we're gonna have some more Acoustic Week videos soon. I appreciate everybody following me on this one. So yeah, 2 guitars this video. What's gonna happen next? It's wacky. There's I'm just gonna edit that out. All right, see you guys later.